I found a new obsession lately, and that is graphic tees. I am so excited to show you guys how to make your own graphic t-shirts. We're gonna do some bleaching, get that really fun cowhide look to your bleach shirts, show you a bunch of different ways that you can add graphics to your shirts. So without further ado, let me show you how you can make your very own graphic tees. Okay, so we're gonna start off with shirts, and just a little PSA, my kids are home, so if you hear children, that is why. But I wanted to show you the shirts that you can buy to do this. Shirts that are fairly affordable if you're wanting to bleach. Anything ranging from around $3-ish to a little over $6. For t-shirts, and then obviously it's more if you're doing sweaters and things like that. So I'm going to show you what I bought. This isn't even everything that I got. This is just a little example of what to buy. Okay, so I got my t-shirts from the clothing store and from Jiffy.com. I did get several different kinds. So this one is the Belle canvas t-shirts. This is a cotton poly mix, roughly 50-50. So depending on what you want to do, if you're wanting to sublimate your shirts, you want to make sure that you have 65% polyester in your t-shirts so that you can sublimate on them. And then if you are wanting to bleach them, I'd recommend not 100% cotton, just because that can create holes, but I did do a 50-50 with these Belle tees, and I thought they turned out really, really pretty. I also picked up the Gildan Soft Style. This one, I can't remember the number. They have numbers online, but Gildan Soft Style in the heathered colors will give you that white look. When you are bleaching, if you want it to turn all the way white, the heathered colors work best. So even like this orange, it does have kind of a white heathered look to it. Honestly, grab yourself some shirts and just play around with them. Figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like. But these Gildan Soft Style, I believe that these are 65% polyester, so you can sublimate with these. I also grabbed the Next Level apparel shirts, which these ones are super soft. I really, really like these. And I believe these are also, yep, they are also 65 polyester. So if you want to sublimate with them, you can. I'm going to show you some DTF transfers and how I put them on the t-shirts. And you don't really need to pay attention to what material it is, because those can work with pretty much anything. So just pay attention to the polyester cotton if you are going to sublimate. And then unless you are okay taking the chance with 100% cotton and bleaching, I probably wouldn't. Maybe I'll try testing it out and seeing how it goes, but I just don't want to risk getting holes in my shirts. I did pick up some comfort colors on, I think, the clothing store, and I picked up some long sleeves, some sweatshirts, some regular tees, and I just plan on using those to make transfers onto them, so making my own graphic tees, not the bleaching part. I'll show you how some of those turned out in a second. So I did pick up some of those. I also grabbed some of these Jersey sweatshirts. So I picked up this orange, and then I picked up this kind of charcoaly, heathery, gray black kind of color. This one turned out really cute. I'll show you how all of these turned out here in a minute, but these sweatshirts are 50-50 on the cotton and polyester as well. And I bleached them and really liked how they turned out. So grab yourself some tees, grab yourself some sweaters, whatever you want to bleach, even if you just want to pick up some shirts that you already have in your closet that maybe are old and grungy. Bleach them and turn them into brand new shirts. It's so much fun. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I bleached my tees.
All right, so here are the main supplies you are going to need when bleaching your t-shirts. Some sort of bleach. This is just a performance bleach from Clorox. You're also going to need squeezy bottles. I purchased these from Walmart, but I know that you can get some of these like at the Dollar Tree. I think maybe in summertime. Couldn't find them, so I just grabbed those. You're also going to need some sort of gloves to protect your hands, as well as a spray bottle with some hydrogen peroxide, and then you'll also need hydrogen peroxide outside as well to stop the bleaching process. So I'm going to take my shirts outside and start bleaching them. I'm going to show you this a couple different times to show you really how to get it done. So you're going to lay your shirt out flat and then just start scrunching it all up into a little ball. Once you have it all nice and scrunched up, you're going to take your bleach and just start pouring it all over your shirt. Any which way, it doesn't matter. There is really no perfect process to this. Just do it as messy as you can. The messier the better. And then once you have your bleach on there, you are going to start scrunching your shirt up, scrunching that bleach all into the shirt. Then you can flip your shirt over onto its back, keeping it in that nice little scrunched ball, and then repeat that process onto the back of the shirt. Just pouring that bleach all on there, and then you will scrunch it all up. You can see that the bleach works fairly quickly, and now the thing that I like to look for when I'm bleaching is what color the shirt turns after the bleach is right on there. So you can see that this shirt gets kind of that rusty orange look to it, which I will take note of when doing the cowhide method for my bleach shirt. So this one is one that I can do that cowhide method. Obviously you can do, you know, that method with any kind of shirt, but for these particular ones, I'm looking for it to change a different color before it changes white, if that makes sense. So see how it's nice and orange and rusty? I'm looking for that specific color before it turns white. Now I'll just open my shirt back up. If there are any spots where I feel like it needs a little bit more bleach, I'll just kind of scrunch it up with my hands, add the bleach on there, and then scrunch it again. And I did this for the back and for the front. Now, since we are wanting this round of bleach to turn white, I'm not worried about working fast. I'm just kind of taking my time and finding all the little spots that I want the bleach to go. Once I'm satisfied with how the bleach looks, I'll put it on my grass and wait for the bleach to develop into that nice white color. Now I'm just going to repeat this process with a bunch of different shirts, kind of show you the difference of what the shirts did. So this yellow one didn't quite change colors right away. In fact, I was a little worried that it wasn't going to do anything. So I ended up putting a bit more bleach on there than I probably should have. It turned really white in the end, but I wasn't seeing a difference. So I just wanted to show you the difference of what some shirts could do. So this one wasn't a heathered color, it was just a straight yellow. So I did it a couple times and then I laid it out to dry, but it did end up turning pretty white, which I thought was really fun. And then just doing a couple other colors. Again, I wanted to look and see which shirts were going to have that orangey tone to them right as soon as you put the bleach on. So this one that was kind of this army green had that orange tone to it as soon as you put the bleach on it. So that was one that I also wanted to do the cowhide method with to make it multiple different colors. And then for the sweaters, I'm just going to repeat the same process. So I'm going to scrunch my sweater all up, add my bleach on there, and then scrunch it some more. This orange one was really fun to do. It didn't turn any different color besides just a lighter orange, but I still think that in the end it turned out really nice. So you're going to want to make sure you get your sleeves really well, and I like getting the bottom cuffs and the sleeve cuffs really well. So just make sure that you take your time and get as much bleach on there as you want. Now that my shirts have developed and have that nice white look to them, I am going to do the cowhide method to them. So this you have to work pretty quickly to get the look that you're going for. For this one, I just wanted it on the bottom, so I'm going to scrunch the bottom up, I'm going to add my bleach, and then I'm going to scrunch it again. And I am going to do this really quickly because I want that rusty look to stay. I don't want it to develop into white. So I'm going to add my bleach, scrunch it really well, open the shirt up really quickly to see if there are any spots that I want the bleach on, and I'm just going to repeat that, adding the bleach, scrunching it, and then flipping it over, adding some more bleach. So you just want to do this portion fairly quickly because we want to stop that bleach from developing any further than past that rusty orange color. Once I have it the way that I want it, I am going to go ahead and put it in a bath of water and hydrogen peroxide. But I think in the future, I just want to try doing the water itself without the peroxide in it. I feel like the peroxide might change the color a little bit. I'm not positive on this, so if you've done this before and that's not the case, let me know in the comments. But I am going to put that in that bath to stop the bleaching process. I want it to stop at that rusty orange, and I don't want it to develop into white. So you're going to soak it in there and then squeeze that out, and I will take it inside to wash it after I'm done with the other ones. So I got the rest of my shirts that I wanted to do this method with all ready. I just kind of scrunched them up. I took the parts of the shirt that didn't have bleach on them and scrunched them up because those are the parts that are going to turn orange since you've already bleached the other portions. So I just put my bleach on. I'm going to flip it over, scrunch it all up, do the same process, just a lot quicker. So after I've gotten that first round, I'll open it back up, see where I want more bleach to be, and I'm just trying to do this as quickly as I can to keep those nice rusty colors. And then once I'm satisfied with how it looks, I'll go put it into the water and hydrogen peroxide and let it kind of sit there and move on to the next shirt. And I'm just doing this all really, really quickly. Now, once I've gotten all of my shirts bleached, I'm going to take them to my washer. I'm going to wash them on a quick wash with detergent, and I am going to set the temperature on cold. And then I did wash them a second time to get some of that bleach smell out, but I did put in some white distilled vinegar to help remove the smell, and that definitely worked. So I didn't have to wash them a ton of times to get the smell out. So add some white vinegar to your washer to help with the bleach smell from your shirts. And then I just hung mine to dry.
All right, now that our tees are nice and bleached, I want to show you how several of them turned out. I did a ton, so if I was to show you every single one, I would be here all day long. But I wanted to show you just a few of my favorites. I love this one so much. It's this really pretty kind of minty green color. I think this would be really cute just as is or with a transfer on it. I did order a bunch of DTF transfers that are coming in the mail, and I'll show you guys a little bit of that here in a minute that I'm waiting to use some of these shirts for. So there is that one, this really pretty blue that turned very white. I was super impressed. So there's that one, and this would be perfect for sublimation or a DTF transfer, especially since it's got so much white on it. For more of that cowhide bleach type look, here is how one of them turned out. I tried focusing the second round of bleach more so at the bottom, so it kind of had that different pattern at the bottom versus the top, but that is how this one turned out, which I think is really nice. This one I think turned out really pretty. This one is the Gildan soft style, and I think this one was in the navy blue. I love this so much. I just love all the different colors. You got your creamy white, you got your navy, and then you got these rusty spots that I just think look so awesome. So there's the front, and there is the back. It turned out so good. I love it. And then this one was kind of that khaki greenish color that also turned white, and then it did have that in-between color. So I think if I was to do this again, I would bleach it with the cowhide method where you scrunch up your bleach, and then after I got it to the white that I wanted it, I would add the second round of bleach really quickly, because it did turn like a rusty color, but then it got a little bit more orange. And I think that I would skip the water hydrogen peroxide bath. I feel like the hydrogen peroxide kind of made it more of this orangey tone versus the rusty tone. So I'm going to try this again in the future, and instead of doing the bath, I'm just going to submerge it just into water to get the bleach to stop and see how it turns out. I still like it, but I think it turned out a little too orangey than I was hoping for. And then lastly, this sweater I am so excited for. Look how fun this turned out. I love this so much. So much. So I did this during the almost evening, so the white bleached portion didn't quite get as white as I was hoping. So I kind of want to try this again during a super hot sunny day where the sun can really help bring out that white. But even still, I think this turned out so awesome. I love all the dark rusty spots. Again, if you can go really quickly and stop that bleach really fast, you can get these really dark rusty spots. And then the longer you wait, they start to lighten up a bit more. But this is how it turned out. I'm waiting for one of my DTF transfers to get here, kind of more of a country styled one, westerny, and I think it's gonna turn out really cute. So there is the sweater. And this one was the Jerzees, and I believe that this was in that kind of charcoaly gray color, but this turned out really good, and I'm super excited for it. Before we get started on the next step, if you guys are new here, my name is Liz. I do all things DIY and crafting on this channel. Dollar Tree DIYs, wood DIYs, and now shirt DIYs. So if you enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure that you stick around, hit that subscribe button, become a part of our little crafty family here on YouTube, and let's go ahead and jump into the next step.
There are so many different ways that you could add a design to your tee. You could do some HTV. This comes from HTVRONT, which I'll get into a little bit later in the video, but they sent me this beautiful HTV. I looked on Etsy and found this really fun SVG. I purchased that, and then I cut this out with my Cricut. I did the 3 bigger words with that cheetah print, and then the other words I did just with some regular white HTV that also came from HTVRONT. I weeded the entire piece out, and then I will add it to my shirt.
Now, before we get into pressing our t-shirts, getting some really awesome designs, I want to say a huge thank you to HTVRONT for sending me their automatic heat press and some materials to show you guys how it all works. I used the heat press for all of these designs, or all of these shirts, in today's video to adhere the designs to the shirts, and I have been super impressed. So I'm going to show you how it looks, how it works, all the fun details, and of course I will have a link down below.
So this is their 15 by 15 auto heat press that they sent me. It comes in 2 different colors, white and a really pretty blue. This press will auto adjust optimal pressure for your items, whether that be shirts, blankets, towels, whatever it is that you're pressing, it will automatically adjust the pressure for them. So it's going to remove the guesswork when trying to decide how much pressure to give your shirts or other items. Just slide your shirt in, press go, and let your machine do the work for you. No need to run to the machine to unlatch it. It'll automatically lift when the timer runs out. This press also heats up way faster than any other presses that I've used, where one press has taken probably a good 15 to 20 minutes to reach the temperature. This one is timed to only take 6 minutes to reach 410 degrees. One of my favorite features about this is the pull-out drawer. I cannot tell you how many times I have burned myself using the latched down heat presses with that big plate hovering over my hands. So no more plates hovering over your hands while you work with this. It also has an auto off feature that will turn the machine off after 10 minutes of use. So when adding items to your shirt, you're just going to follow the steps that you normally take. You're going to preset your shirt, heat it up for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then remove any lint. If you have a lint roller, use that. I didn't have a lint roller, so I just used tape. Add your design to your shirt, use a Teflon sheet on top, and then you are going to press your shirt. HTVRONT also has all of the times and temperatures. This one was 105 for about 15 seconds. Then I layered my second layer on top of there and repressed the shirt again using a Teflon sheet on top to protect my vinyl. And then I just slid that in and pressed go, and it automatically does the work for me. It automatically presses down and then automatically comes back up when the timer has run out. And that's all you have to do to use it. I love this thing so much. I'm super excited for it. It made making all these shirts really, really easy, and this is how this one turned out. I think it's super cute. The vinyl was also really easy to weed and to work with, so I'd highly recommend checking them out. Another thing that you can do to add graphics to your shirts is go to mycraftsource.com and check out their already made DTF transfers. They have so many. So many. I showed a little clip a couple weeks back when I received these in the mail and I was super excited. So you can purchase these in all sorts of different sizes, and I just scrolled through and found all the ones that I liked. Did a bunch of fall, did some kind of western country type ones, and like I said, you can purchase these in a bunch of different sizes. The adult size was about $4, and you can also do custom DTF transfers with them, which I also placed an order, and I have a ton coming. So if you have PNGs that you really like, you can use those and turn them into DTF transfers. So here's how my orange shirt turned out after I bleached it. I loved it. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and start the process of adding my transfer to it. So I'm just going to try to center that onto the bottom mat as best as I can. I will press it on its own for about 5 to 10 seconds. Before I add the transfer, just to get any moisture out. I laid my transfer down. This one actually came from Etsy. I'll link that down below so that you can find it if you'd like it, but I purchased this one off of Etsy. There are a ton of people that sell them on there. I'm going to heat it at 340 for 15 seconds. Cool peel it, and then add a Teflon sheet on top and repress it for 10 seconds. And then sometimes the heat from your press can scorch the white parts of your shirt. So what I do is take a spray bottle with some hydrogen peroxide, spray that on the white portions of the shirt, and then put it back underneath the heat plate. I don't press it, I just let it sit under it to help it turn back to that stark white that it was before. But this is how it turned out. I think this is so cute. One of my favorites. I love the design. I love the orange and the white. And for size references, I did use larges for my shirts. I didn't want them to be too tight. I liked my shirts to be a little bit loose. I'm going to move on to my sweater just to show you this process again. Sometimes repeating the steps help people understand. So just again, I'm going to repeat that same process. I'm going to put my sweater onto my mat, get it as straight as possible, heat it up for about 5 to 10 seconds as a pre-press, and then I'm going to add my DTF transfer onto my sweater. I probably went 3 inches down from the collar, and then I just tried to get it as straight as possible using a measuring tape to try to even it out as much as I can. But I'll lift up the sides and the bottom just to try to make sure that everything looks as straight as it possibly can be. And then I will press it at 340 for 15 seconds, cold peel it after it's all the way cool, remove that top carrier sheet, add a Teflon sheet on top, and then press it one more time for 10 seconds. And it turned out so cute. I love this so much. This is going to be perfect for fall and Halloween. Now I have a really cute sweater to wear. I love Hocus Pocus, so, you know, the Sanderson shirt had to be one of the ones that I did for Halloween. I think this is so cute. So this is how it turned out. I love it. I love the sweaters. I think the bleaching turned out really nice, and the DTF transfer made it super easy to make a graphic sweater. Now, like I mentioned before, I did pick up some Comfort Colors tees, which are 100% cotton, which is why I didn't bleach them, but I did want to make some graphic tees from them. So I'm going to start by delinting my shirt. Use a lint roll if you have one. I just did not. I'm going to pre-press my shirt for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then I will add my DTF transfer on top. Try to center as best as I can. Press go and let the machine do the work for me. You're going to cold peel your shirt. Again, you want to make sure that you do this when it's all the way cold so that the carrier sheet comes off really easily. Add your Teflon sheet on top and then press it for about 10 more seconds. And then you are good to go. This one is one of my favorites. I love the design from the transfer, and then I love the t-shirt as well. I like Comfort Colors. I think that they are really comfortable. And then their larges fit really well for my body type. It leaves it a little bit looser so that it's just nice and comfortable. So I'm going to show you a bunch of the other shirts that I made. I love them so much. And again, I'll link everything down below, whether the DTF transfer came from my Craft Source or from Etsy. And then I'll also link the Heatpress and the vinyl that I used as well. But these turned out so adorable. I love them so much. And then even if you didn't want to put a graphic on your tee and you just wanted the bleached look, this is how one of my favorite ones turned out. This kind of minty greenish. You could leave it untucked. I personally think it's really cute to tuck in your tees and give it a little bit of, you know, something extra to your tees. But I think this turned out so cute. I love them, and I'm definitely going to be making a lot more.
And that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun creating all of these shirts and doing something a little bit different here on my channel. I hope that you guys liked it as much as I did. I cannot wait to start wearing all of these. Like I said, I love graphic tees. I love the baggy look with the biker shorts. It's just comfy and it's cute, and I have been dying over the bleached look for these t-shirts. So I hope that you're able to learn something new, try out the bleached shirt look, and create your very own graphic tees. Let me know which shirt was your favorite in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Again, HTVRONT's link will be down in the description box. You can check out their auto heat press and their vinyl, which again, both super impressed me. I love the auto heat press so much, mostly because I don't have any burnt skin. So that's my biggest perk about it, is I am less likely to be burnt. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.